narrow 5-4 overtime loss for the Warriors as they fall 5-4 to the Brandon Wheat Kings. James Gallo, Derek Kletzel, the Golden West Trailer and Equipment Broadcast Booth. We head downstairs, joined outside the Warrior locker room with first-year Warrior Casey Brown. Casey, I want to start by asking first off, was there anything said in the first intermission? It seemed as though the Warriors are a much different team going from the first period for the rest of the hockey game.
Obviously, we just said we wanted to battle more. We weren't winning any battles in that first period, so that was the main talk in there. Just get our feet moving and gotta come up with pucks.
You talk about getting your feet moving. Do you feel as though you're able to generate more pressure and feel more comfortable using your speed to your advantage?
Yeah, absolutely. I think that's my best asset. So when I get my feet moving, I feel like I can generate more for myself and the team.
How about just building off that? You had great speed on your goal, flying down the side and then cutting across the front of the net and using your backhand. What were you seeing there? Did you see any openings, or you were just trying to get to an area?
Well, I got the D-man to cross over, so I knew I could cut to the middle, and then it was kind of just try to shoot as hard as I can backhand and pray it goes in the net, and it ended up working. So
After the second period, you guys obviously had a great second period. What was then said in the third? How did you maintain as a group, continuing to do what you did in the second period?
obviously we figured out what was working and just kind of chipping pucks in them, getting them in the zone with our cycle game and throwing pucks on net, and then just taking care of the house in the D zone. We saw that was working in the second, so all we had to do was just bear down and get that done in the third as well.
Casey, you guys are heading into the final week of the regular season, unfortunately, not heading into the postseason. But what are your goals and what are the team goals going into the final three games of the year?
Obviously, we want to win them all. Kind of ended off on a high note. It's been a tough season this year. So end the season off on a high note, win the next three, and then just for myself, just contributing as much as I can, whether it's drawing penalties, putting up some points, or just going out and working hard.
Casey Brown outside the Warriors locker. Appreciate the time, Casey. Good luck in the final three games of the regular season next week.
Thank you.
James Gallo, Derek Kletzel, Golden West Trailer and Equipment Broadcast Booth. We stay upstairs. We go back downstairs. It's your Magri Coaches Show with assistant coach Curtis Pereverzoff. Curtis, a tale of two teams here tonight for the Moose Jaw Warriors. What we saw probably to start the first, and then what continued from the second period and on. What do you feel was the biggest difference in your hockey team?
I just thought the work component. I thought that was lacking for maybe the first 10 or 15 minutes of the first period. Thought once we started to get our legs going, then we started to get the work component going in the second period. I thought our second period was great. Just thought we were heavier on pucks. We were winning 50-50 puck battles and stopping, finishing inside, getting pucks through. So really liked our second and third periods. I thought we got better as the game went on.
You never want to give up goals in the first minute and the last minute of a period. The Warriors did that both in the first period. So how much does that take a toll on a team? And it seemed as though whatever transition you guys made or changes you guys made were very effective coming into the second period.
I think it's more of a mindset. I think like you said, it's not ideal to give one up early, give one up late, but you can choose your response. I thought we chose the right response heading into the second period, and we started to get rewarded from it. And that's just simply the work component that I think we were starting to put into our game. So I think that was the biggest difference maker.
Building off that, you kind of touched on what my next question was going to be, was you got to be happy, even though the first period didn't go your way, with the mindset of those young guys in that dressing room to come out and say, hey, that wasn't good enough, and to definitely be better in the second.
Yeah, it's that punch back mentality. We talked about it with our group obviously last year. What's our response? And so with these guys, there's a lot of learning that needs to go into the season, and the young guys, and learning to play with a lead, without a lead, having to come back and get ourselves back involved in the game. So certainly a lot of positives to take forward here with a game like that. Thought probably deserved a bit of a better fate, but that's the hockey game at the end of the day.
How about just a comment on Riley Thorpe? Like, you guys moved him up the lineup, see how he could play with more skilled guys, I guess. Sorry, Lyndon Rokovich on that line, obviously. he just goes out and does his thing. He works hard, checks hard, creates. How about just a little bit more comment from you?
Yeah, I think. Well, I think first of all, Thorpe deserves it. I think we've seen on display the ability that he has. He has a lot of skill. He's quick. He's fast. So when he's working, when he's hard on pucks, he's getting to play with two good players too who can make plays. So I just think for him, he's deserved his opportunities to move up in the lineup, and he's running with it. So it's good. It's good to see him being able to produce on that line as well. And I think those are good signs for him to come.
Is that something that you guys saw from him early this year, or is it just through hard work and practice? And as this year's gone on, it's continued to develop.
Yeah, I think maybe didn't expect it to happen the way that it's happened this year. I think with a guy like him, we saw right from training camp the ability and the tools that he has in his game. But I think he's just been a guy that's worked all season long in practice, in games, shows up with a good attitude and a readiness to work. So, maybe a little bit sooner than we thought or he thought. But like I said before, he's earned his opportunities to move up there.
Yes, the scouting staff. They'll say they saw it when they drafted him in the 11th round 2 years ago. So let's start right there on that one. Curtis, as we wind down, I just want to ask, how important is focus going into the final 3 games of the regular season?
Well, it's what you want to get out of it. I think we got 3 games left. We look at them as big games, and the players need to look at them as an opportunity to build something moving forward. So for us, they're 3 big games. They're going to be our 3 biggest games of the season, and we're going to prepare for them like they are the biggest games of the season.
As a coaching staff, does it give you guys a bit more motivation knowing that you guys can have some kind of effect on where guys finish, other teams finish for the rest of the year?
Yeah, like I think there's always something to play for. It'd be the easy thing to mail it in, and that's not our group and our identity. So always something to play for. Whether you want to continue to try and prove to us why you should be playing higher up or in different situations. For us, get some different looks in terms of our systems and what we're trying to do. And but yeah, like I said, they're going to be big games, and we're going to prepare for them as such.
Agri Coaches Show with assistant coach Curtis Pereverzoff. Appreciate the time. Good luck as you guys prepare for your final 3 games of the regular season.
Thanks, guys.